Give the mean, median, and mode of the following values, which gives the best measures of central changes. Well, the data that we have 2, 4, 6, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 5, 4, 4, 2, 5, 2, 5, 6, 8, 15, 7, and 7 at the end. So we have the follow. We have got data, and then they require us to find the median, mean, and mode of the data that is given there. So now the first thing is, how do we go about finding the mean? How do we find the mean when you're given a data like that? So the mean in this case is simply the sum of all these values, and then we divide them by the number of favorable outcomes. So we have 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 3 plus 15 plus 7 over, how many are there? There are 17. So this gives us is equal to 76 over 17. That is our mean, which is just the same as, this is the same as 4.471. So that's our mean. And then our median. So now, first of all, we have to look at this data that you've been given. We're just given this set up to the last value that is there. So now, for us to find the median, it's very important for we first of all to know about our n. Is our n even? Is it odd? So our n in this case is 17. Means small n. Our n is equal to 17, and 17 is odd. Since 17 is odd, our median is given by that observation of that observation. Our median is simply that value that is on this position. That is our median. So the value that is on this position is our median. But before we do this, it's very, very important for us, first of all, to arrange our data in ascending order. So if we can just start by arranging our data in ascending order before I do even this. So arranging our data in ascending order, we can see the lowest number here is 1. So 1, we ask ourselves a question: how many ones we have in that data set? So we have 1, 1, 1, 1, about 3. 2, we also have 3. Oh, sorry. What about 3? 1, just 1, 3. What about 4? 1, 2, 4. 1, 1, 1. And then 5. 5, 5. Okay. 5, 5. 6, we have how many? 1, 2, 6, 6. We have 7 in the data. Yes, we have. It's just 1. What about 8? It's just 1, 8. We don't have a 9. We don't have. So from 8, the number that we have, the last one is 15. So you can just count these and see what are 17. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. So now after we've arranged our data in ascending order, that's when we can now find our median. And then we say the median is just that number on n plus 1 position. You can say position or observation is one and the same. So n plus 1, our n is 17 plus 1, 18. So it's over 2 here. It's over 2. It's n plus 1 over 2. And the value here is going to be 18 over 2, which is just the same as 9. So 9th position. So the value on the 9th position is our median. So our median in this case is simply that value that is on the 9th position. So median is equals to, look at the 9th position, so you can just start counting. 1, don't count from that, because those values are not arranged in ascending order. You count from the value that have been arranged in ascending order. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, the value that is on 9th position is 4. So our median is 4. That is our median. So now if our median is 4, our mode is simply that number that has appeared more frequently. So when you look at this, 1 has appeared 3 times, 2 has appeared 3 times, 3 1 time, 3 times, 2 times, 3 times, 1, 1, 1. So you're saying that the number that has appeared more frequent here is 1 that has appeared 3 times, and 2 that has appeared 3 times, and 4 that has appeared 3 times. So we have our mode here is 1, 2, and 4. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you can just have one mode. It's not every time when you're going to have unimodal. The times you can have bimodal or trimodal, like in our case here, we have trimodal. So we're done with the first question, unless there's a question before we move to question number 2. Any question? Okay, since you guys don't have questions, we can look at the second question. The mark distribution in the table below were obtained from 2 groups of children taking the same school examination. Plot these distributions in the way that seems best to you. In order both to illustrate them separately and to show up the difference between them. Illustrate the median marks for the 2 groups. So they want us to illustrate the median mark, or to estimate the median mark for the 2 groups. So we can just start by drawing this table that we've been given. So now this table is representing 2 groups, group A and group B. So now the same procedure that one applies on group A is the same procedure that one is expected to apply on group B. So instead of me doing group A and B, I'm only going to do one group. So I'll just choose group A. And then for group B, you just follow the same concept that you're going to apply on group A. You're also going to apply it on group B. So we'll start with marks. Mm. Okay, so marks, yeah, from 0 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69. That's group A. That's for group A. Now we move to, let's find the midpoint. So let's find the midpoint. Midpoint. So the midpoint for this 0 plus 29 divided by 2, that's 14.5. 14.5. 30 plus 39 divided by 2, 34.5. And then this is 44.5. And then 54.5. Lastly, 64.5. So we have established our midpoint. Now from finding the midpoint, we can now just see, right, our frequency, our F. So our frequency we have for group A, it's 4, 2. This part here is a gap, so it's 0. And then this is 4, and then 11. Summation of F here, 6, 10, 21. 21, and then we move to the next part, which is cumulative frequency. Very important. This column is also very, very important. So cumulative frequency, so we start with 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 0, 6. 6 plus 6 plus 4, it's 10. 10 plus this is 21. So if I tell you I'm going to find a number here which is not equal to this, just not say there's something wrong in your calculation. So now after we've done that, so we've drawn our frequency distribution table. So we have illustrated everything that we've been given on the frequency distribution table. So you can either leave it here, or you can go further and draw either a frequency, not a bar chart, or a histogram. So if I tell you to draw a histogram, I can just do this using the midpoint that we have. So this part here is simply for marks, and this part here, group A. Okay, just say group A. Group A students. So I'll start with the first part here, which is 14.5, the midpoint. I'm considering the midpoint, 34.5, and we also have 44.5, 54.5, and 64.5. So you plot this against frequency. So it's up to you. So here, if I group here frequency, just say frequency. So you can either use frequency or you can use cumulative. But what matters is what determines this is just what we've just written here. So if I thought the question was talking about draw the cumulative frequency, we would have used the last column. But here, we're just drawing just using the frequency because the question hasn't been specified. So we'll start with 14. So 14.4. So I can just put my 4 to be somewhere there. And then next 34.5.2. 34.2, so 2 is halfway of 4, so it's something from this point. It's not, remember the values are not starting at 34.5. 34.5, this is simply the midpoint. So the interval is from 30 to 39. So this, just join this halfway of it. And then you come to the next part is 0. So from this point up to that part it's 0. Then we move to 54.5,4, 54.5,4, something like this. And then lastly, we have 64.5,11. 11 can be just there. So that's how our histogram is supposed to look like. So now after we've done that, the next thing that we are going to do is just to answer question B, because we are done. What we've just done is just a solution for the first part, question A. So now estimate question B, estimate the median marks for the two groups. So estimate the median marks for the two groups. So we're just going to estimate the median mark for group A. So the median mark for group A . I'm sure I can wrap this. Okay. So the median mark for this group is this. So now when you look at this data that you've been given, the data that you've been given here is a group data. So now you have to ask yourself a question. So how do we go about finding the median for group data? So to find the median for group data, the formula is simply given by median is just equals to LM plus summation F over 2 minus cumulative frequency of a class before the median, then everything over frequency of the median multiplied by the class size. So you multiply by the class size. So here we have to now ask ourselves on how to go about finding the value of LM summation. This already we found it, summation of F, cumulative frequency of the class before the median, and the frequency of the median. And then that's just the class size. So let's start with the LM. So to find LM, it's very important, first of all, to find N over 2. So N over 2 is just summation F over 2. So our summation is 21 over 2, which is 10.5. So 10.5. So since 10.5, so look at this value here. And now we go to our cumulative frequency column. Where is 10.5? When you look at this, that's 4, 6, 10, 21. So we are going to consider this 21 because we are looking for 10.5, but there's no 10.5. So I'm just going to consider 21. So 21. So this is going to be our class, our median class. So our median class is now 60 to 69, meaning that our median is supposed to be in that interval. No, sorry, just a minute. Just a minute, it's just something that I've just observed here. So now, yet at 10.5, so now we're going to consider this as our median class. So now, if this is our median class, to find LM, this is simply equals to the lower limit of the median class plus the upper limit of the class before the median class. You add the two and you divide by 2. That's how you find this. Have you gotten what I've said? If this is our median class, and the lower limit for this class here is 60, And now for us to find M, you consider the lower limit of your median class, and then you also consider the upper limit of the class of the preceding class. So preceding class is that. So mean that the upper limit of it is 59. So you add these two and divide by 2. So you add 60 plus 59 and you divide it by 2. So this is going to give you 59.5. So our lower limit, our LM is 59.5. Now we move this part, we have already found it. It's already there, it's 10.5. And then this part, cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency of the class before the median class. Cumulative frequency of the class before the median class. So you have to know your median class. Your median class is this. So now what is the class before the median class? It is this class. It is this class. So now what is the frequency, the cumulative frequency of this class? It's there, it's 10. That's how you find this part which is here. So CF is equals to 10. Now FM, this is just the frequency of the median class. Our median class is this, and then the frequency of it is 11. So FM is equals to 11. And then C, this is the class size. The class size. So for us to find the class size, what we do is we add the upper limit of the median class plus the class that is going to follow. So if at all we are to continue with this, if we are to continue writing here, if I may pose a question, what class was supposed to be here? What class was supposed to be after 60 to 69? What are we supposed to write here? Here guys.
70 to 79.
Exactly. 70 to 79. 79. 70 to 79. So now what you do with class there, you go to your median class. So you get the upper limit for your median class plus the lower limit for the class after the median class. So you get 69 plus this, 69 plus 70. Then you divide this by 2 minus. You get the lower limit now, the lower limit of your median class plus the upper limit of the class before the median class. So plus 60 plus 59 over 2. So this is going to give us, 69.5 minus 59.5. So the answer here is going to be 10. So internet has disturbed. Any question? Question number 3. The sunshine figures for Lusaka town for the year 2015 to 2017 are given in the table below. Each figure representing the mean hour of sunshine per day over the month. Draw the graph to illustrate this information. So for us to draw this graph, we are given about 36 data points for 3 years, 2015, 2016, up to 2017. So drawing the graph of this on the board is quite cumbersome, but what I'm going to do is I'll just draw a graph for 1 year. I'll just draw for 2015. So now the way we are going to draw for 2015, that's the same way you're also going to draw for 2016, the same way you're also going to draw for 2017. So now here we have months from January up to December. We also have the sunshine figures for each year and each month. So I'll start with January 2015. So if we were to draw the graph, something like this. So this side here is for sunshine figures per hour. And then this side here is for time. So I'm going to use time. Now we're going to use the years, the month, sorry, and the years. So now we're talking of 2015. 2015. We have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And then this side here, we have the figures, sunshine figures. Sunshine figures per month, sunshine figures per month. For which year? We're using 2015. We're using 2015. Like that. So we'll start with January. In January, the sunshine figure that was recorded in 2015 was 1.2. So in January here, it was 1.2. But before I do that, let me just look at it. We have 1.2. The highest number here is 8.5, and the lowest is 1.2. 1.2. And then I can just say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So January was 1.2. So that's the point. Remember, it's a month against the sunshine figures. So in February, the sunshine figure that was recorded in 2015 was 2.8. So 2.8. So 2.8 is somewhere there. In March, it was 5. In April, it was 5.6. In May, it was 6.6. In June, it was 5.4.